The Bryton group ride and chat feature is a way to make group rides more fun and easier to coordinate. As you can see in our dramatic reenactment, a lot of times riders come late, which means you can miss each other just by a few minutes as you don't communicate with each other, you don't know where the other rider is. With the group ride and chat feature, you can see each other on the map, and you can even chat directly from the device without taking the cell phone out of your pocket. So it's a very cool feature that can be very useful, especially if you ride with multiple people who start at different locations. It's currently limited to the S800, which we have here, so you'll have to convince your friends or family members to also buy it, but we imagine Bryton will eventually extend it to the S500. In this video, we're going to kind of give you an overview of how to set it up and give you some footage of what it looks like on a real ride. Now let's go over how to set up a group ride from the Bryton Active app. You need to set it up from the app itself. You can't create it from the device. So if you go to a little plus sign on the Active app, you'll see group ride on the bottom. So you select that, and this is where you can enter a code if you already have one, and then automatically join that. Or you can create a new one. As with a lot of the Bryton Active app, there's a lot of little usability issues like create new group. It's confusing. I really should say create new group ride. So let's do that. So now with the group ride, you have a couple of options. You can set the group name. So this is the title. So you can set a ride name. You can set the start time, and you have to be really careful with the start time. You can't start the group ride before the start time. So if you change your mind, well, you're out of luck. So you can't change the time once you create it. So I definitely recommend adding a fudge factor just in case you start a little bit earlier than you expected. This little interface, at least on the Android, is probably one of the worst I've seen. It's year, month, day, and then hour, minute, which is a really confusing way to show it. Then you have a ride duration, and again, you just want to make sure there's a lot of fudge factors here. So you don't want to run the ride out before you actually start it. You can set a note here, and then this will actually show up when you do the ride, and then you can set a route. So you have to set a route with a group ride. It can't just be a free-form ride. It has to be something with a destination. So we'll pick this ride. Create new group, which should be really create new group ride. And then if all goes well, you can see the code. So this is the code you want to share. So you can share that. You can't share it directly through the app yet. So you can share it through text and then send it to the other person who can put it in here. All right, so then you can directly start and join the ride since I created right now, and it would send it to the device where you can actually see it says group ride started. So you can press the check mark to start or back out of it. Now, some of the limitations of this is obviously the fact that you can only do one ride at a time per person. So if I go back to group ride, you can actually see this ride is here. I can't create another one. So if you want to do multiple rides or set something with intervals, so if you do something every week, you can't actually do that. You can't schedule in advance. So a couple limitations there, but I imagine they're going to address this in future issues as the feature becomes more used. Now let's take a look at the group ride in action. To start it, you simply select it from courses and then group ride. The information should pop up here if you've uploaded from your device and you have the app actually synced. Then I'll let you navigate to the start point. After this, it's like doing a normal route. So you'll see the route on the map, distance remaining, and all the normal screens. The other cool thing here is now you have map overlay, so you see the other person on there, a scoreboard, which shows you their name, their speed, and then the split distance. You can also do a chat feature. So if you click on the little chat icon, here you can do some pre-canned messages, which is really nice. So if you're in trouble or you just want to say okay, you quickly click on it without taking your cell phone out. You can also do the voice recognition, and the microphone's directly on the GPS, so you don't have to scream into your cell phone. Although it is nice, it's not really going to work when there's a lot of noise, so you want to kind of pull over and then speak into it, and it's kind of hit or miss as with any voice recognition, so you have to speak clearly. But the nice thing about this is, again, you don't have to take your cell phone out of the pocket. Again, here you can see the map overlay, and the updates are fairly regular. It's nearly real time, and it really depends on your cell connection. If you don't have a connection, then the data will be stale. But if you do have it, you can see here it updates pretty quickly. So you can see the other riders actually catching up on me. And you have the split distance, so you know how far behind they are. And then with the speed, you can kind of gauge their relative performance. So if they're going faster than you, you know they're going to catch up. Or if they're at 0 miles an hour, you know they're stuck at a light or something. So here you can see it catching up really quickly. So 39 feet, and you should see, there you go. So now I just got past, a little bit of a delay until it updates on the scoreboard. So right now it shows me as the champion of the ride as being in front. but now it updates and the symbol moves to the next person. So a really cool feature, and it makes riding with groups a lot more fun because not only can you see where they are, but now it's more competitive. So you can actually see the ranking, and if you have more than 2 people, you can actually race up a hill. Here you can see what it looks like when you lose connection. It says last updated, so you know if they lost connection and their data might be stale. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the feature. The nice thing about the group ride and chat is you can see the other riders on the map, so it's really nice. You can see where they are. You don't have to worry about coordination. Also, group chat can be directly done on the GPS unit, so you don't have to actually fish out your cell phone. Everything can be done directly on the device. And with split distances, it makes rides a lot more fun. So you have a scoreboard, and it feels like you're on Zwift or you have Strava Live. Some of the cons for the feature is the fact that it's quite buggy, so it doesn't really always work the first time you have to enter and exit, but hopefully that'll be fixed in future versions. It's also limited to the S800 GPS only currently, which means you have to convince a lot of people to spend $400 on a computer. But again, that should be extended to some of their other models. And rides can't be started before the specified start time, which seems like an arbitrary limit. There should be a way just to start it early in case your schedule changes. But overall, it's a really fun feature and it has a lot of potential, and we hope Bryton will keep iterating on it and iron out some of the issues. Thanks for watching this cyclist review. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.